Alright guys, it's Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. So, ended the previous episode, as always, coming to this wonderful new location. And to talk to the Storm Commander here so we can learn about the fish people who are trying to summon the Primal Leviathan. So as you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Saspa's spawning grounds. Now, it pains me to admit the Maelstrom have never faced a foe like of this before. Must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine whether Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet their return is long overdue. I fear that ill has befallen them, for better or worse we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts adventured into Sapsa all too cold. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstance permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however, we can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Alright, so how the hell do you get in there? I'm assuming it is over here. Oh, god damn it. Should've just jumped up the front. No, I had to try to be creative. I think I can go this way to get in there. Could be wrong, but I think this way is fine. Ugh. I think I'm only gonna... I don't know, I might do 1 or 2 more episodes today. Probably more on the likes of 1. I would like to do 2, but I might be limited. Is this open? Tubs. Good. Just because I don't know if a dungeon's about to come up, there's a chance there might be. So if there is a dungeon, I have to finish the dungeon, and that probably could take an upwards of 15 minutes just to get into that. So it's a bit of a bitch. Let's see if we can find these scouts. It says one of them are nearby, but where nearby? Ah, there's the Storm Private. Help somebody of all times to forget the restorative. Ah, there you go, bud. Thank you, I owe you my life. Ambushed by the Serpent Reavers, lightly armed as we are. We didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken the Serpent's tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Alright, so one of the guys did escape, fortunately. Oh my god, I think... Is this the area I think it's gonna be? Because if it is, this place was a bitch. I hated being in this area. This area would F you up in ways you can't even imagine. Like, and it wasn't even because it was overly difficult. It was just because there's so many guys here. And they respawn. So you had to take your time. You basically had to kill everything before you can even move in. Luckily, I don't have to worry about this right now, so I can kind of... Then, and if the fate was triggered right now, you basically either had to wait for the fate to end, or pray to the God Almighty that you can actually do this without a problem. Person's down. Person's down. Person's down. Because I had that problem exceptionally in this area. Like, you would come in here, fight all these guys off, have to try to recover these bodies, but you're fighting so many enemies. Like, the Shellscape Reavers that are in part of the Fate, those guys, if you were lucky, weren't here. It's when these guys were actually spawned in and you had a problem, because you had to basically nitpick them. You had to fight a little bit. You had to do a little bit of fighting, enough to make it to where you could win and not get overwhelmed. But if you're only 2 levels below or above all the sea wasps and everything, your level doesn't actually matter, because you literally would still get your ass kicked, which was a major problem. I ran into that problem so many goddamn times. Actually, no, I'm just gonna sell my bird. Because what would end up happening is you're fighting the sea wasps, you go through them all, and you can't run by them either, because the range of which they can still attack you wasn't far enough away to where you could, like, you know, fight just the Reavers, like, and abandon those guys. Like, you always were forced to fight them. And I think they had some abilities that, like, let them attack you from range. So if you were doing that, you got your ass kicked a lot. Somebody has a fat cat as their thing. And another car driving by. Turn and thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the serpent's tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Well, one man we saved, two were corpses. Dear God, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what might have happened, what may have become of the two remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we do have the intelligence we need. You know, speak, the Admiral finalized the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sail when they do. No problemo. Alright, so with that... Oh, we talked to him again, okay. Whorleater awaits the commencement of the Operation Fairly Concealed Rage. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls for all 7 hills. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task in hand, savvy? Charles, Admiral, you may count on me to keep a clear head. But according to our soul-surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready. We but will wait your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is likely to be met with fiercer resistance. But we are not artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them as hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priests before presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. Sounds like more of a you issue. Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin Legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue, Commander. You shall charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead assault and subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the same moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. It was likewise we silence shall force all units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Hydaelyn and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion shall serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwanted attention. Thank Renukuri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagins out as possible out of the spawning grounds. Oh. Having done so, take your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Hydaelyn. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Menphelia, as we agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends, to battle. Last did we fight side by side, Hydaelyn, too long ago. I warned, but come, let us away. Swear to God, I see UPS give me an update where they said they tried to deliver. I will beat their ass. Haven't seen a twuck. I haven't seen a thing. So I better not read. Package was attempted to be delivered, but nobody answered. It's like, nobody's been at this door. Sitting here just waiting. Alright, let's sit there and see. Ah, perfect. Look, Y'shtola. Summoning rituals take place at the Beastmen Aetheryte deep within. Thither we must go. Obstructing our ways a multitude of checkpoints, it would be well advised to dispatch as many enemies as possible on a way that might avoid later interference. Take several routes and merge before the Aetheryte, the better to confuse the enemy sentinels. Am I fighting? Well, bye, friend. Easy battle. Da, 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 dee, 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 dee. Your... Damn, I got big. I mean, there's only 2 of you really, so... Yeah... Ooh, more. Friends! Now, is that all? Good. Something died up here. Who killed something? Oh, there's another player. Oh, they're playing the game too. Interesting. They're also playing this. Fun stuff. Good thing I'm here to kill everything for them. I need Stola. Oh, I mean, they're actually fighting. Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetherite is close at hand. Let us press on. Hey guys, how you be?
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much?
No, you hit the one guy on the forehead.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency. To the Aetherite!
Run around again. You know, I have like 2 abilities that can kill all these guys in like 1 hit. Anybody want me to commit? Somebody just shot him. You poor bastard.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Why does in midfield you have no weapon?
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
I fish people.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Ah! Such power! It is transcendent!
He sounds like one of the... Oh, damn. I was gonna say, he sounds like one of the super mutants at Fallout. At least Fallout 3. He died. Yeah, that seems way of getting away with stuff.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile! I have mastered the gift. I am eternal! O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
I don't remember what...
Damn you!
I don't remember what this one is. Why don't you just shoot all the fish people sitting there so you could spawn them in?
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
I forget what Leviathan even looks like. Oh, that's what Leviathan looks like. Giant sea dragon.
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
Big ass sea serpent.
My being ebbs away. But it should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
I think Leviathan's really pissed off.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
He's gonna unleash a wave tidal? Terrifying stuff, if I'd say so myself. Ah, God, to this realm are vengeful beings. Tis a low wonder the Garleans fear their kind so. We meet Leviathan on open sea, we put ourselves at the Primal's mercy, must take a way to face him on equal terms. The mission ended in failure, I take solace in knowing that his failure is unharmed. Had we only arrived but a moment earlier, but there is no time to brood over what might have been. Leviathan is returned and we must find a way to deal with him. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we going to prevent it? Dab. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he's effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, and that you may be assured. But Lemnian herself would struggle to be the best of the Lord of the War in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat match wood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Laminza and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Oh, 56. Not bad. Yeah. This way. Have fun, friend. You'll enjoy your time talking to her. I will be returning to Laminza. Oh, no. Okay, Charlemagne era. It's a weird name. Expected in the command room. Pray do keep the Admiral waiting. Do not keep the Admiral waiting. Keep her waiting. School her. Thinking, Elder claims to have become eternal, yet he was suddenly consumed by Leviathan. What might this be implied? I've been the adventurer that you are. You doubtless have noticed my dagger work back at Sapside. You know me, Hydaelyn. I'll dab a bit in this and that and a bit of that. You should all confront the Lord of the World and his watery domain is far from ideal, yet he is not like to come to us, but that would like to strike us from afar. When I saw Leviathan rise from the depths, I cannot describe what I felt. No words can prepare for one such a sight.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
Jesus.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the Third Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. Seven hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
All right. Being held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legend tells us they were walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? Master General, I judge it best I deliver it at once. I am listening. According to Yellow Jacket Man, it appears who claims to have defeated Leviathan. My copy of heroes? Details are quite hazy, Admiral. We've dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I'm disinclined to put any store by this claim. Even should it be true, it is as your soul has said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is one of their number, what would tell us that we do not know already? And having wagered Lemnis's found 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed primal slayer's claim. I need to seek him out and learn what he knows. Or at least we'll spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning and idleness. And you're looking for is a resident of the Grey Fleet and Lower Lemnoska. Storm Private sent the question should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Probably be faster to go to Coast of the Soul and then travel. Fly high, fly through the sky, yeah. My birdie goes wee snarl. God, I remember doing that mission too much. That gives me a stroke. Alright, so I think we're heading up this way? Yes. Okay, so this is the way we want to go. Oh my god. Okay, you have your bloody story? Right, after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. Sir, that's not what you said. That's what you said before you had me pick up those oranges for you. Before I mucked out the chocobo stairs. Before I rolled that millstone over the mill. And also before... Kick his ass. Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. And do you hear me complaining? But I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never be it said that old Tracton ain't a generous soul. I'll prick up your ears because I won't be repeating myself to modesty. Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting. Tale of Trenchard's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. Now, Leviathan. Huge mistake, make no mistake. To give you an idea how long, each of his scales about a wide across his members long. And that's no means feat, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see him for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hand at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not wanting to take all the glory from myself, I let my mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest. Well, it's heroic, may have too modest. Now, there's some say that you can never truly beat Leviathan. Now you've got to learn to live with him and make it bad of a bad situation, not the company, though. Why does it sound like he's saying diabetes? Oh, crap. Chew. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm just enjoying the attention. It's all. I take back everything I said. Yeah, that's right, you dumb little bastard. Never part of the company of heroes and no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm a chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggot you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have the light to the women tumbling. That don't happen much. Me members tiny. It's with wow. That's sure as hell didn't fight Lebetus, but I have seen him with me own eyes. It was a fair fuse. When I was working at the baker's hand, I was shirking my duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. Great massive sea serpent, some moans off the coast with a fleet of galleons making straight toward cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. I know, God, just remember that day make me soil myself all again. Hey, wait, if you're asking about Lebetus, it means you're planning to fight him, eh? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you were a sly horse, son. I can't believe you made me handle Chocobo down. Hey, this Mephilia Rio there learn all of use against Leviathan. I beg your pardon, Leviabetus, I see. This is unfortunate. Here I have tidings of you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at Mortarby Dry Docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. How is he still hired here? Call me a working man, reckon that's what I am. Drinking in the chief's nose, sticking out the back door, and nobody ever know. Yeah. They're gonna kick his ass. I wonder how many of these people are here just because they're just starting the section I already completed, or if they're here doing the same thing I am. Ugh. Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. I'm assuming it's this gentleman I gotta talk to. Is it a gentleman? Oh. Aha, I did find it. Told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies last. I'll wager it's to take your mind off the events of recent days, though, but enough of that nonsense. The moment truth is upon us. Twin vessel, the Whorleater, I had to call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. Her and her crew are stand ready, my friend. Just get the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whorleater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends Noldik and Vanellis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the crystal crystal on board to rob Leviathan's power hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Ha. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Sanguine Stola would have you assist in the effort. Phil, its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By leave, I would volunteer my blade. We would welcome him. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Rancor and Stola, if you would join the third levy, and later you agree the fifth. But what gods have I for the woman who made sort of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily for the sea, an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would the echoes after sentiments and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you. Hydaelyn, may the crystal bless and keep you. I'm gonna die. Ooh, that should give you guys an idea what we're going to be dealing with next. Oh yeah, we're getting creative. Well, as always, I'm just going to sit here. What we'll do is we'll try to get through this mission fast as available to us. What we'll do is finish it. I'll get the cutscenes in. I will probably run back to one of the nearby towns, get into an inn, and just cut the episode right there. Actually, no, we're gonna probably have a couple cutscenes I gotta go through too before then. So we'll see. Jump cut for you guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So we're back into it. So let's go ahead and start this one up. Oh, this is a fun one. I haven't done Leviathan's mission in a very long time. Ooh, look at the dragon. It's pissed. It's very pissed. How does this work? Oh, I see what they do. They shoot them. Oh god, this is where they leave us? In the middle of the ocean with no help. My only thing is I never figured out is, they leave you on this boat, right? They said they're gonna strap two of them together, yet there's only one boat here. It's a big-ass sea serpent. Oh yeah, I definitely glad I turned down some of the music, or some of the noises for this game. I turned them down further, and it seems like it's helping. Because this used to be really loud. So much better. Alright guys, so here we are back into the freaking wonders of the world. Also, this is attempt number 2 at this. The first attempt I wasn't a fan on, mainly because I hadn't watched how to do this. Now I know how to do it. Because I was failing awkwardly at it, I couldn't figure out what in the hell I was doing wrong when it came to attacking this thing. Now I kind of remember, so I'm doing good. Leviathan's tail. The reason being is my character takes damage if I attack any other section of Leviathan. For whatever reason, that's a thing in this game. So as physical DPS, people want to attack the tail because the head will cause us extravagant amounts of damage. I learned that afterwards. It disappoints me that I didn't know sooner. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is I'm probably going to watch like a short video just to get like a couple of the ideas of how to beat this guy. Then I'm probably never watching it again. Although I forget which one I watched earlier, so I can't actually, leave that as a recommendation for anything. Don't worry, everybody, I got that one for you. Oh, thank God, I was the smart one who activated it. But the magic users actually know this. Actually doing good now. Yeah, maybe I'll leave it in the description if I watch your video. I'll put it somewhere under the warning. Or above the warning. I feel like the people that make these really good tutorials and stuff deserve their credit. Because I find them to be very helpful sometimes. It gives me a better idea of what I'm getting into, because I'm always messing up on this. And I actually wasn't planning for the way the attacks to win this. Yeah, dab it on that bitch. Dab, 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 dab. And it's gone. So from your guys' point of view, whenever I show... Well, actually, no, you know what? I'm probably just going to redo those. I honestly don't care. Wow. Alright, guys. Well, with that, I am ending that right there. We are going to run back to Minza. I'm going to go inside the one in there. I have no idea what's going on in that mission. Like, I had no health through most of that. That was fun. I don't even get why I didn't have any health. Like, I probably should watch the trials on these just so I know what's going on. But I want to kind of go in blind, just because I think it'd be more fun that way. But in the case of that one, I have no idea why I was suffering all that damage, and why I didn't see any group heals happening. I don't know if maybe they don't have group heals, but I thought by level 50 people had access to at least one group heal. Which I did see one person do, but they did not keep performing it. Some people like do it a couple times, or at least both healers try to. At least that's what I assumed was going to happen, but I guess not. I don't know, though. I'm not going to argue about it. Maybe it wasn't the healer, maybe it was me. But I haven't had trouble with the other ones with my health going down that far so quick, so who the hell knows. Alright guys, but with that, I'm going to be ending this episode here for the day. I don't know if I'll be back playing it anytime later this evening. I might not. Depends on how I feel. I'm probably going to play a little bit of Hoy right now, just because I want to play some Hearts of Iron, because I really want to play some Hearts of Iron. Other than that, all I can say is this. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We come back, ladies and gents. We finished killing Leviathan, but now we have to go talk to the Admiral so she can congratulate us on a very hard-fought, and well-needed victory. So I will be seeing you guys next time. Thanks.